All right, guys, welcome to my channel. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification button. Today, we want to cover how to multi-track the MODO VST plugin in Ableton Live 12. So let's dive right into it. So I have Ableton open up here, and once you open up a new set, you get 2 MIDI channels and 2 audio channels. So what we want to do is let's delete this other MIDI channel. Let's keep these 2 audio channels or 2 audio tracks. And what we want to do is on this MIDI track, we want to load our plugin. So you go into plugins here in Ableton, you go into plugins, go to find your MODO drum, and then drag it onto the MIDI track. Once it loads up, you have your drum set. You can go into your drums and adjust it the way you want to adjust it. But then here comes the part where you probably want to know more about, right? So let's go into the mixer. Once the plugin opens up, go into the mixer, go to select either one of these instruments. Once you select any one of these instruments, now go to the bottom where it says master. And what we want to do is we want to left click that and go to DAW. And you can select any of these here. And this will send the signal into any audio track. So for instance, we want the kick drum to go into DAW 3 and 4. So let's select that. And then we want the snare to go into DAW 5 and 6. 5 and 6. So let's just keep just those 2. And in the rest, it applies, the same thing applies to the rest. So I'm not going to go over all of that. Okay. Now let's exit out of this here. And then in Ableton here on the MIDI channel, you want to select the monitor, you want to select in. Okay. And where do we want our audio to come from? We want the audio to come from your MIDI, whatever MIDI keyboard or device that you have. For me, I have the Casio and it's connected to my computer already. So I'll select that. I want the MIDI to come from that. And then once I have that set, now you notice on this side, everything is set now. Okay, so if I play my kick drum, you notice that it's going into this track, the MIDI track, but nothing is going into these audio tracks right here, right? And again, it's very important that you select audio track, not MIDI track. In order for this to work, you need to make sure that the track is audio track. So if you want to insert a new track, you just push Control Shift T, and Control T, and you get a new audio track. So let's select channel 2. And then what we want to do is we want to rename this. You can go ahead and do that for the rest of the other instruments. I won't do all of it for the sake of time. I know you want to get that information and you're out of here, and I want to do exactly that. So let's zoom into this. Right here on this track where the kick drums, on the kick drum, right? You want to get the audio from. See where it says audio from? You want to go to MODO drum. That's where we want the sound to come from, which is this channel next to it, this channel right here. That's where we want the sound to come from. But then right underneath it is where you go to select where. So you remember in our MODO, we selected 3 and 4. So we want to choose the same thing to correspond to it in the track. So once I select that and then I hit in and I hit kick, now you see I'm getting a signal now going into my kick drum. Then I will do the same for the snare, and that should about do it. So you go in here, you choose 5 and 6, you select in, and then we got our snare that's going in. That's it, folks. Like, share, comment. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to know. Thank you very much.